don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
First down, Murray escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Watch safety green. Watch safety green.
To throw, it's Murray. Flushed out right. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Cortland Sutton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
On 3rd and 2, Williams. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position.
He's checking. Crash. Mike, 56. I'm coming for you, son. 56, the mic, boys. 56. Check. 56.
Snap comes to Murray at 1. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to to the end of the first quarter of play. The Redskins with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Murray with a 3rd and long. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
This is Hines. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Williams operating from the gun. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now it's Hines. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Williams. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Ready. Put the flag. Switch the mic right here. We'll go mic 40, mic 61. Match box.
On 1st down, it's Hines, and he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Looking to throw. Williams. His throw caught right around the 6. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll try to run with Hines. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. A good pickup there, a 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Check three, check three, check three. Shot. Right 56. Hey, 56. Exit.
Murray now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Here's Murray from midfield, eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Tight down. There you go.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Back to throw. Williams. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Vita Vea able to record his 5th sack of the season. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Williams now. From the gun, he'll throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. 2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They complete it to Hill. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's good for 28 yards. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
56 the mic. 56 is the mic.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray, escaping the pressure right. He's got his big tight end, Fant. A very solid gain of 27.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. As the first half is winding down, and the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Tackle made there by Buda Baker.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. A first scoring update now from Carolina. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 46. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Check 24, check 24. Motion.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now they try the right side here. 11 yards there, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
You must be getting tired.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Let's get that ball here. 56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56.
On third down, Murray. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They'll run on first down. Hines. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
Second and 10.
You got 3 down, 3 down.
At the 44-yard line.
Williams to throw on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Here's Williams, operating from the gun. Flushed out right. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that. Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Now Williams on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers. as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll try and throw for it here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vita Vea. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Let's go. Check 56. He can't hang.
Going to give this time to the tailback. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. 2nd and 14. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Vita Vea, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. That one goes for 24 yards. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Looking to throw. Williams. He'll check this down to Hines. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double.
And his pass is intercepted for the... And the ball is knocked out. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever. Now a handoff here to his running back. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for fourth down. For a running back, that's kind of depressing, right? You get all that yardage, but still no first down.
Well, it was a mile, maybe a mile and a half to the first down mark.
Yeah.
So he did all he could to get there. A little disappointing at the end, but boy, they gave it a great effort, didn't they? Got to give him a little respect for that, don't you?
And he really helped his yards per carry average, that's for sure.
Yeah, quietly, they'll take that.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Williams eluding the pressure right. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Williams now going to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Williams. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Williams throwing on 4th down. He finds Beckham complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Here's Williams to throw again. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Now Williams from the gun, he'll throw. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff looking right. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 yards that time at a Washington first. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Now Murray, he bootlegs it, rolling to his left. It's Hill, complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Redskins, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's a tough one to...
Tell the